Imagine you've just purchased the latest sound card to upgrade your PC. You're excited to finally get better audio, until you open your case and are greeted by a forest of jumpers, ominous warning labels, and a stack of floppy disks. For millions in the 1980s and early 90s, adding new hardware was a daunting adventure filled with arcane rituals, configuring IRQs and DMA channels, fumbling with tiny jumper switches, and praying you didn't create a conflict that brought your system to its knees. For businesses, even routine upgrades or repairs meant downtime, technical expertise, and costs that slowed progress to a crawl. It was chaos set in silicon, a bottleneck that kept computing reserved for the technically brave. But then came a shift that made the personal computer truly personal: plug and play. The story of plug and play begins in the early 1990s, as Microsoft and hardware industry leaders realized computing would never go mainstream if expanding your device still demanded engineering skills. Microsoft's Windows 95 project, codenamed Chicago, took aim at this very problem. In collaboration with Intel and manufacturers, the PC architecture was reimagined so that the task of hardware configuration was handled by the operating system, not the person at the keyboard. But what is plug and play exactly? Simply put, it's a technology framework that allows a computer to automatically detect and configure newly attached hardware. When you plug in a new device, be it a keyboard, printer, or sound card, the operating system recognizes it, loads the correct drivers if available, and configures system resources dynamically, without user intervention. No more flipping dip switches or manually reserving system addresses. To the user, adding hardware became as simple as plugging it in and waiting a moment while the system welcomed its new companion. Plug and play solved the persistent problem of IRQ conflicts and manual configuration that had haunted the early days of personal computing. For novices and IT professionals alike, it removed a frustrating layer of complexity. Now, families could add devices to their home PCs. Businesses could update or expand office systems far more quickly. Schools could deploy labs without armies of tech staff. The effect was profound. Computing grew faster, easier, and more inviting. The technology spread via the new PCI, Peripheral Component Interconnect bus standard, and critically, with the launch of Windows 95, the first mass-market operating system where plug-and-play was a centerpiece feature. Manufacturers rushed to certify hardware as plug-and-play compatible, a phrase that soon adorned product boxes everywhere. Although early iterations had hiccups, the vision stuck. Users expected hardware to just work. Plug-and-play's long-term influence ripples across the tech world.